stuck, and downstairs represented the world of the living, the human, where the humans are. Fourth dimension, if you will, if we had to put numbers on it, represented where those worms were, and these spirits could not get out. So in order to get their house back, get back in control, they were going to call Beetlejuice. And Juno, which was the creator role aspect.
Who created logic? Let Google do me a favor and Google who created the idea of logic, God.
Let me Google that right now.
Yeah, I want you to Google it for everybody in the class today in the university. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your university too, God.
Yeah, hold up. Before we answer that question, since we got 2,500 people in the building right now, I want to give a shout out to this brother once again. I want to thank him for coming on. One thing, since I was young, my brother, real young, 5 years old, I've always had reoccurring dreams of cosmic war. Always.
Right.
By the time I reached about, I don't know, probably what? Once I got, 10, 11, you start getting interested in girls. You forget about everything. Basketball.
Right.
I left basketball alone. I left everything alone then.
Right.
But, in my adolescence, but before my adolescence, when you're just a kid, I always had reoccurring. I mean, dream after dream after dream after dream of just cosmic war. So when I hear brothers like yourself, Delbert Blair, and others, I don't know to what extent y'all are on point with everything, but I do know that there's truth to what you are teaching. Because, there's no reason why I should have had those dreams. I'm talking about for years on end, where I just wake up and I'm like, well, damn, ain't nobody going. My mom was she was a Christian, but she was in the Farrakhan. But at that time, I thought she wouldn't understand. So I'm like, no need. I'm seeing all types of shit in the sky, and I'm just like, I'm just keeping it within. Right. So when I hear brothers like yourself, I know this shit ain't just all far-fetched. So before we continue, I just want to thank you once again for having and I see the trolls in the chat. I see y'all and in the chat or whatever. But there's a high level, if there's such a high level of information that's hidden from us, family, we might have a heart attack if we really found out who we are. If we find out who we are, we might just have a heart attack and pass out and die. Because we'd be like, oh shit, what the, it would just shock and amaze us about everything that's been hidden from us. So I'm interested, my brother. Thank you. I don't know what was the last question. I think I asked about where the ancestors go. Did you finish elaborating on that?
No, I ain't finished.
Okay, yeah. So you can finish elaborating because you talk about the phases of matter, and you talked about the different ancestors. So go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you good, God. Yeah. As far as like our ancestors, the physical ancestors, they go from the physical state immediately to the gas state. So when they leave the physical state, they pass through the liquid state up into the gas state. And then when they get to the gas state, that's when, when people say, oh, I saw a spirit, or that's like the gas realms, right? That's like the gas realms when you even can see them, because when they reach the plasma energy level, you won't even see gas. You won't even see an outline, an apparition, or anything. Because it's simply a form of energy vibrating way too fast. So it won't even take on any form, and then it just goes up and up. So eventually, after they pass the plasma energy realms, they go off into the into the quantum realms and to the etheric realms and on up throughout the cosmos. And then from there, it's just about trying to break past the realm, because a lot of souls get lost in the light. So like the moon that we see that we see at night on this planet is not real. It's actually a hologram image of the real moon. So the moon that's being seen here is literally uses the light to lure souls to it. And when souls go toward the moon, you have a group of scientists on the moon that works on this. They have a base when they speak about the dark side of the moon. That's a real thing, because the moon that we see is not real. So what these scientists' job is, their job is to capture those souls in these little energy containers. So when they capture the souls in these energy containers, they bring them on board the ship and they bleach the soul of his memories. And then once they bleach the soul of his memories, because the whole purpose of bringing the souls on the ship is to erase the lifetime and just remember,
Mm.
because all of that stays with your soul. So what they do is they bring on and they bleach you, because once you break past the realm, they call that death, but you really just transcend the realm. So when you transcend the realm, all your memories rush back to you of what's really real, right? And you at that perfect place of peace. This is the peace that people feel when they say they had these near-death experiences. They feeling a release of energy because you're releasing from the physical state through the liquid and on up. So it's gonna be the best feeling because you going back to your essence. Like you heavy down here, you in a body, right? You heavy. So the release is like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I see him take his last breath. I seen her take her last, but it's the release of energy. So what's happening is you got these scientists and their job is to keep certain souls circulating and like back to the planet, as opposed to of souls breaking through from the cosmos. So what they do is they'll grab as many souls as they can lure into their light, bring them on these little ships and these energy containers, and then they'll bleach the soul of his memories. Once they bleach that soul of his memories, they'll shoot the soul back down to this realm. So when they shoot the soul back down to this realm, the soul comes back to this realm, and then it has to find a body. So it skips the organic process of picking its parents, because the organic process is for you to be at home on Xylanthia or whatever your home planet is, and then you sign up for your soul contract to come here. And once you sign up, then you pick your parents, and then you have to wait for your parents to meet in this reality, and then they meet, and once they meet, your father passes the seeds or your body to your mom, and then that body grows inside of your mom, and when that body is ready for you, then you go and descend into that body, and then that's called birth. That's really what happens. You get what I'm saying? So with them understanding the science of us, that's why they put the moon there. And they teach you, or they use religion to teach you to go into the light, because they got you thinking the light is heaven. So when they taught you that, they're just preparing you for transcending this realm. It's like the biggest form of slavery. Harvest is called soul harvesting, because they really harvest the souls with the moon. And once they bleach you and send you back, now you got to start all over again. And then you're not coming back here organically from the cosmos. You didn't went through the moon base, and got sent back. So it's not the same. You might go into a body, or you can go into an animal, you can go into anything, because you're gonna need just energy. You're gonna need a body to go into once you hit this physical realm.
So they hacked the computer simulation. Is that would you say that?
In a way, you could say they got it, because see, this is why people got to come out of religion, because okay, you remember the prayer? It's up. We back to magic. Remember the prayer? Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord to keep, and if I die before I wake, I pray to my soul. Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a spell. All spells rhyme. And when you sit there saying that, you thinking it's a nursery, that's a spell. And as a child, you didn't say that every night, probably, or you taught your child to say that, or you was taught to say that. So you basically gave your soul to the Lord. Who is the Lord? Satan. Right? Satan is the Lord. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand that religion is Satan is he's Jesus is Satan and Jesus. He's both. So these are spells that you cast over your soul. When you transcend the realm, you're supposed to be light, so that you can shoot back up to the highest form of energy. If you heavy, right, with anything on you, it's gonna make it harder for you to transcend the realm. Now, you got this moonlight, and if you've been fed religion, your soul been eating religion your whole physical existence. When you transcend this realm, you're gonna see that light and think that that's the light to heaven. So you're gonna float to that light, not even knowing you finna go right back to experience the physical experience again. And believe it or not, it's a lot of souls who they lived here 8-9 lives because they've been steady going through that moon camp. Yeah, it's like it's not just an attack on you physically; it's a cosmic attack on you. That's a cosmic thing. And then you got other souls that break past that, they don't go into the light. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the souls that they sign up to come back just to fight. You got the other souls and spirits that don't never take on the physical body, like Orishas and principalities and primordial energies. These beings are true intelligence, but they never take on a physical body.
Who's that you got in front of you right now, my brother? Who's that?
It's Obatala.
Obatala. Okay.
Obatala, yeah.
Indeed.
Yep, Obatala, one of the Orishas. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we should know that. We should know everything pertaining to our arts. But like, if it was Jesus right here, we'd know that. Or if
We
it
would know
was,
that. You're right. You're right.
you know what I'm
You're
saying,
right.
if it was Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, we'd know, like, oh, that's Muhammad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
that's Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he meditating in his belly big. That gotta be Buddha. But like, yeah, we should know the black gods too. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the gods that was here before they gods. You know what I'm saying? We gods. And when you can understand we all gods, then it's like, okay, so I understand why we saying peace, God, and God is in. Yeah, like, you really a God. So you really the creator of everything you see and that you don't see. Ain't no such thing as death. You came here, manifested yourself in this physical form to be a part of this war right now, because we at war right now. It's a real war going on. Like, it's been a cosmic war going on forever, because ever since the war broke out with our brother Zeus, ever since he turned his back on us, we've been at war with him. He split the whole cosmos. So it's been a good versus evil. He didn't just take like the gods and goddesses on this planet with him. He took angels with him. He took extraterrestrial races with him, like a lot of Arcturians, which is another extraterrestrial race, like a lot of reptilian species and the Pleiadians. These were all good. At one time, we was all together. You know what I'm saying? So when that split took place, what they call that war in heaven, when that split took place, it was a cosmos thing. It was a cosmic split. And what you have today is that war still going on, with over 200 other galaxies involved in this cosmic war. And then now this cosmic war is coming to the surface. So you see it manifesting all around you in the physical now. This is why the where we at right now, we have to get back to magic. We have to get back to sound bowls. We have to get back to crystal healing and meditating and going within. We got to get out of going into books. Everybody should do what I do. They should be meditating and going within themselves and bringing their own truth to reason, because this is how the ancestors work. Everything you need to know is in you. You got to trust yourself though to bring it out of you though.
So what's the end game for Zeus? Is Big Mama going to forgive him, and it was just one big family fight? You know what I'm saying? It was just one big family fight, and all's forgiven. Everything that happened in the cosmos. What's the end game for Zeus? You think? It's Zeus's family.
I mean, yeah, but it's fucking though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way I see it is, although I know that Zeus is our cosmic family because he's originally one of us who turned on us. And even if a person never heard it that way, if they ever believed in religion, they should be able to understand that Zeus or Satan was an angel. So if he was an angel and you're part of that kingdom, y'all from the same kingdom, right? So even though we from the same kingdom, Zeus is Zeus. He'll never stop being who he is. Like, that's who he is. That's how he made it. That's what he wanted to be. Because if that's the case, the cosmic war could have ended energy cycles ago. Because we don't have time and space, but we got energy cycles. So it could have ended a long time ago. But Father of pride, he created that reality. We create our own realities. Now he created jealousy, he created pride, he created that, and those are realities that he loves, that he dives in. Even now, with the war being where the war is at right now, it's over with for them. He still ain't finna he's still fighting all the way tooth and nail, all the way through and through. He not giving up. He not slowing down. He's not letting up. That's not who he is. You got to remember, Zeus is a god like me and you. So people got to understand, we are fighting other gods. We not fighting no weak people. We're fighting other gods. Satan and them are gods. They still gods. They are fallen gods. They're with angels. The angels are powerful. As many angels. You got archangels, guardian angels, cherubim, seraphim. There's many different angelic beings, right? The angels is a big family too, right? But at the same time, you got fallen angels, fallen gods that's on his side. And we are powerful ourselves. So that's a big war. You know what I'm saying? That's a big clash right there. When people that don't understand cosmic history, they be like, well, why would God let Satan keep doing that? It's not that. That's why I say you got to get out of religion and get into the real cosmic history of who we are and what we are. This is war been going on for a long time. So it's like when you understand that the essence of the war is based around him wanting to destroy his own species, and that's what he decided to do. Then it's like, okay, well, I see everything else. When you're looking at the physical realm, you looking at a reality that they hijacked from us. They stole all this from us. You know what I'm saying? They once they got the enchantments, the spells, they put all that in motion, and you get what you got today. Even us having to wear cloth, this is a spell. Cloth restricts your energy. Plastic, all this shit around you, plastic, glass, cloth, all this restricts your energy. The food they give us, the signs and symbols they teach us, the words they teach us to use, all those are spells and things designed to hurt you and keep you limited. That's why right now when we talk like that, you probably do, because I can't see the comments, but you probably gonna have people, because they do it on my shit. People get on mine, I be talking, people get on there, and I don't never focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Because the frequency up here, this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the planet coming back to us. It don't matter who the fuck believe that or not. You feel me?
That's facts.
Yeah, the planet
That's
coming
facts.
back to us, God. It don't matter who. I'm not here to be believed. We not in the Pisces age no more. The Pisces age is where we just believe shit. I'm here to enlighten and inform. We in the age of Aquarius. This is the age of information and discernment. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to enlighten and inform. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm not here to make a motherfucker happy. I'm not here to make a motherfucker believe. I give a fuck what a motherfucker believe. At the end of the day, we gods. This is your cosmic history. This is why you a god. This is how it started. You know what I'm saying? This is what we went through. This is how we got to this point. This is why they on Fox 10 News calling me a violent occultist. Nothing is violent or occultist about anything I'm doing.
What they called you? What they called you?
They called me a violent occultist. On
Wow.
Fox 10. Yeah, they did.
Why they called you that? What happened?
But I don't know what happened. All I do is get on YouTube and teach this real cosmic history. That's what happened. And they bitch ass get scared. Because they know, see, with me, they know I'm not just no teacher, I'm a warrior too. So I'm standing on this. I'll never go to jail because I will never let these opposition kidnap me. I'm a god. This is my land. This is my ancestors' land. We created y'all. You feel me? So it ain't shit you can tell me. It ain't shit you can tell my people. But you got a lot of our people out here that they'll go to jail. They'll let them pull them over, give them a ticket and everything. You can't ticket me on nothing on my land. So you got to get to that mindset. Like, you ain't ticketing me on my land. And my nigga, I ain't even gonna keep buying fruit. I ain't even gonna keep spending money with y'all on no vegetation and none of that. This shit grow from the land. I'll grow it myself. Then you grow it yourself, but they want to come lock you up and find a reason to take the little land you got. That's what they do. You feel me? So it gotta be at the same point where we gotta be in warrior mode too. It can't just be me on the internet talking about it. Like, you gotta be in real warrior mode. Like, we wasn't never slaves anyway. We didn't become slaves to the Emancipation Proclamation. Like, it's like they try to make it seem like Abraham Lincoln signed that and freed us. No, he signed that and niggas became passive and we became slaves. Because before that, we was warring. We was guerrilla war activity. Every war was us versus them. Even the Civil War, you know what I'm saying? So these are all further lies, as we lowered, as we fell more and more in frequency, you know what I'm saying? Because we was at a mystic point. At one point, we dropped all the way down to Lemurians and Atlanteans. And then from Atlanteans, we dropped down to Egyptians, then Mississippians, then Cherokee, and Choctaw, and Suas, and Aztecs, and Incas. And then next thing you know, now we colored people and Indians. And then next thing you know, now we African Americans and Latin Americans today. Like,
that's a powerful breakdown there, brother. That's a powerful breakdown right there, man. Damn, that's a powerful breakdown.
Back though. So yeah, guys, it's like we on Atlantis right now. But Africa is Egypt. I mean, Africa, you can enter Africa through Arizona. The Grand Canyon leads into Africa. But the fucking ancient Egypt.
The Grand Canyon? What do you mean, like a portal? You mean?
No, it's not even a portal. You can literally just walk through the Grand Canyon and keep walking, and you're gonna come past a pyramid. Once you pass that pyramid, you're gonna be in what they call present day Africa. Damn. This is why they don't let people walk through the Grand Canyon. You can only go so far. It's limited. You can't just walk through the Grand Canyon. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to know that you don't have to go over the water to get to Africa. That's a lie. The map don't look like that. And you can touch any piece of land. You can be in Europe on foot. You can reach Africa on foot. You can reach anywhere on foot. We are all one landmass, still connected.
So you're saying we're still one landmass? Oh, yeah. Okay.
we still one landmass connected.
Oh,
All the continents still
are
connected,
still connected.
and we surrounded by one big body of water. And then that water is surrounded by an ice wall. That's what we at right now. And that ice wall is called Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? That's how the realm look. And then we got people on the other side of the ice wall, and it's continents and more land. They call them Lemurians. And then we got another ice wall and more gods and goddesses on that side. And they all look like us. It's us. It's us. Just like on the spaceship. Like, and when you start seeing these spaceships and the gods and goddesses getting off the spaceships, and you gonna see us. We gonna like, damn, you thought you was gonna see some green people hop off. Don't get me wrong, we are green, blue, and red, and different colors too. But you gonna see us. You gonna like, damn, that's us.
Are,
You know
are
what I'm
those
saying?
are those
Yeah.
different ice walls the equivalent to different planets?
No,
Or
it wouldn't
no?
be like so. Like, okay, so the ice walls are just really put there, because when they first came here, we was like, okay, when the war broke out over our planet, our ancestors was fighting with them. So a lot of us was those ancestors, right? Because you got to understand, it's the same spirits and souls, just in different vessels.
Mm.
So this is why we are the ancestors. But that's another deeper level of it. But we was born with them, and they called in the dark elves. The dark elves are the ones that created the sub-zero technology. So this is what cold weather come from, snow, ice, all this stuff. We never had none of this. We are real Caribbean. You know, we Caribbean vibe, like the whole vibe you get in the Caribbean. We tropical. We are tropical beings. You know what I'm saying? So we never had no ice, no none of that. So when they come to our planet and they start shooting, they got these big weapons and they shoot ice at us and snow at us and weapons blowing this freezing cold air on us and shit like that. Yeah, you know, they start freezing us and they started advancing in the war just off the sub-zero technology. Like, it literally was used as a weapon in the war against us. So when you're looking at the walls of Antarctica, you're looking at a lot of the bodies of our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, that was frozen, you know what I'm saying, in time, frozen in the wars. When you look at them icebergs floating through the ocean, them be bones and kneecaps and elbows that froze and just floating. Like, it gets so deep. Like I said, we were giants at one time. Like, we fell so far in frequency because they took all this from us.